This marks the beginning of the pieces in Hari Seldon's big scheme beginning to move. The voyage of Hari Seldon, Gaal and Salvor, who take a diversion from Ignis and get back on their journey with something wholly unexpected and almost impossible, was the subject of the previous episode. They are not mentioned in this episode as the show switches its attention to other characters who would ultimately play a significant role in the fate of the Empire. Here is the significance of this episode's events and conclusion. Spoilers ahead. Picking up the events in Trantor, we find Sereth on a mission to find out what happened to her father. As expected, her motivations in coming to Trantor are much more than just considering Day's offer to marry him and bear him children. She wants to know if Day had anything to do with what happened to her family, and for the answers, she goes to Dawn, who already seems to have developed a soft spot for her. Meanwhile, Bel Riose reaches Suena, where he and Gloin land on the planet while their fleet waits. The Empire has not kept in touch with Suena for a very long time, and Bel doesn't want to raise any flags all of a sudden. This is supposed to be a quick mission where they'll find the informant and get the necessary information. They are to leave as quietly as they arrive, but there is a hitch in the plan. They are found, and Bel is in no mood to end things peacefully. Hober Mallow arrives at Terminus with Polly and Constant, and is taken to the vault. After Mallow discovers that the last person who got in touch with the vault was burned alive, he tries to run away but is taken in by the vault. Constant, Polly, and Constant's father follow and discover that time moves faster inside the vault. What took them 2 minutes was 2 days for Mallow. Where does Seldon send Hober Mallow? Since the beginning of Foundation, Hari Seldon has proved to be an all-knowing person who used psychohistory to figure out exactly how the future will unravel for the Empire. He used the Prime Radiant to factor in any straying from the original plan, and how it would affect the future from the point of divergence. Not only did he correctly predict what would happen centuries later, but he adapted according to it. So, when he calls for Hober Mallow, despite the con man's reputation, the people of the Foundation have no option but to follow the directive. In the vault, Seldon appears in front of Mallow and the others. He tells them that their mission is to stop the next war from happening. If the war is not stopped, it will lead to the second crisis, which will throw the Empire into an age of darkness. Salvor and her people stopped the first crisis. This time, the responsibility falls on Hober Mallow and the others. Seldon understands that the Foundation has entered its religious stage after seeing Polly and Constant. He wants to open a communication line between the Foundation and the Empire. He instructs Polly and Constant to travel to Trantor and inform people about Seldon. The likelihood of ending the war increases as more individuals join the church. However, he has other ideas for Mallow. While he is presenting the church as a handshake to the Empire, he is aware that there needs to be a fallback plan in place just in case. He sends Mallow somewhere else because, in that scenario, he needs Mallow to be the knife that hits. It is not revealed where Seldon sent Mallow or what he told him to do. Whatever it is has to be something that will put a massive dent in the defense of the Empire. In her vision, when Gaal went 150 years into the future, the mule referred to Mallow as the one who pierced the Empire's hide. It means that wherever Seldon is sending him has to be something that can create many problems for the Empire. Seldon intends to use Mallow's influence. He also reveals that a passing ghost mentioned his name. Considering that psychohistory does not consider an individual's actions and personal arc, how did the Radiant tell Seldon to find Mallow? Who is this passing ghost? Seldon mentioned that the Radiant exists in superposition, meaning it can be with Salvor at some other end of the galaxy, while simultaneously being in the vault. It is possible then that the Radiant found out about Mallow from Gaal, who dropped Mallow's name after her vision from the future, and forwarded it to the Seldon in the vault. The events did happen in that order. Then perhaps Seldon plans to send Mallow to a planet in the outer reaches like Suena or any other world that hasn't heard from the Empire in a while. It's also possible that the Dominion, whose queen is presently in Trantor, is plotting to exact revenge on Day, as soon as it is established that he was responsible for the deaths of his family. The fact that Sereth orchestrated Day's assassination attempt and is upset about how it failed is also verified. This indicates that she won't hold off on taking further action until she has proof that her family was murdered. Could this be the blade to which Seldon referred? At the same time, Bel Riose learns that the magicians in Siwenna are Verisof and Brother Constant, who have shields similar to those used by Day and the other Cleans to defend themselves from physical harm. He is astounded to learn that they possess spacefold technology, which the Empire long ago forbade. This demonstrates how, despite the Empire's neglect, the Foundation has grown stronger. Day will be further compelled to declare the war Seldon wishes to end when he learns about it.